Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Disney Does. In this episode, we're going to review Hercules, the public theater stage adaptation of Disney's Hercules at the Delacorte Theater in Central Park in New York. And this is a fresh development. Of course, very excited and very exclusive sort of ticketing system. I'm so happy to be have gotten a ticket. And of course, look at this cute little cat here sleeping beside me. All right, on with the review. So the only way to get tickets for this is on the Today Tix app digital lottery, but you can also do the standby queue, as you can see here, for any tickets that become available. But they actually keep a number of tickets, quite a number of tickets, and there's a high chance you would get in. I mean, there were 800 people, but they must have announced at least, I don't know, 100 names, I'm thinking, and it's a beautiful Shakespeare garden. You can also peek from this area to look over. I don't know if they cordon it off when the show starts. I'm not sure because that was my backup plan, and I actually won tickets to go in. So this is the lottery. You can see number of people and them announcing names. So eventually I got called and I won, and I went into the theater my first time in the space. Just so awesome. Ellen Menken was there. He walked right past me. The most exciting thing, of course, I have to say, is the 5 new songs, and just knowing that this version had been expanded from the movie. So they are a chorus number called Uniquely Greek Town Square, followed by Uniquely Greek Tough Town, very quirky and charming. And the new Muses number is called Great Bolts of Thunder. It's so uplifting, and this was quite a powerhouse number. I loved it. Hades also finally gets a song called A Cool Day in Hell. It's sort of like a jazzy tune. There's a reprise. Not bad, but nothing entirely too special, I think, or maybe it needs to grow on me. And this song, the villain has a tenor range, so the Jafars and Scars, it's if you want to play this role. I'm looking at you, Patrick. I think you have a tenor range in you, though. So, for an interview with Patrick, who played Jafar and Scar on Broadway, look up my interview with him on a link below. Meg, by the way, has a solo called Forget About It, and Krista Rodriguez it plays the role of Meg. It's different to Susan, and it took me a while to get used to it. I mean, she owns her own Meg, but Susan's is quite iconic, and she's got that voice and the sarcasm and everything. And however, Krista does riffing for the song, and it takes it up to another level. And they both have tough acts to follow. Of course, Hercules has a new number 2, and this is my favorite, To Be Human. The lyrics, David Zappel's awesome lyrics. If life's a marathon, then my place is in the human race. Oh, just that pun on the word race. Although I've used it before in a song I wrote, but hey, this is so beautifully phrased. Jelani Aladdin does a commendable job as Hercules. Not quite the Disney male lead sort of tenor, youngish voice that Roger Bart gave Hercules. And of course, that's iconic, so it's kind of hard to get used to a different voice, but he held his own, much deeper, more resonant, but also yet with a bit more soul, more contemporary sort of approach to the song. He did it beautifully. I just wish he didn't break up his sentences so much with breathing, but all these things, the show was after all put together in 2 weeks, and this is commendable. I can't wait to see him grow in this role. I hope he has a chance to play him on Broadway. If it goes to Broadway, please take it to Broadway. It was, however, though, a little uncomfortable watching Hercules break down, and he did so at 2 points in the play at least. I feel like they can manage him wanting to break down, but not exactly breaking down full on, because that's always a little bit harder for audiences to watch, like how they did in Dear Evan Hansen, which I just caught. Amazing, sort of that hold back, but breaking down in the voice just a little bit. Small thing to fix. James Monroe Inglehart took on the role of Phil and was so hilarious. Jelani was doing the number with him, One Last Hope, and didn't quite do the choreography right at one point. I think didn't quite make the hoops on the floor. This was during the Labor Day performance run, but James made a joke about it. Just such a great improv actor. And as pointed out by a new friend I made, Jacob, there was an additional One Last Hope reprise leading into Go to Distance reprise, and was just magical. Jacob also pointed out he appreciated Zero to Hero's dance break and the tambourines and everything. Anyhow, you can find a link to his Instagram also in the description below. In general, I felt like there was a great effort to include community players, the band, some dancers. However, there was a substantial amount of difference between sort of the quality brought forward. You can see that professionals and community players on stage. While it was lovely, it was a little bit mismatched. Also, the costumes from ancient Greece, but yet with sort of a modern twist. The Muses had a section where they put on these power jumpsuits. Meg has a leather jacket, but yet Hercules was in his big toga. Hades has a suit with a cape. I'm not sure it'll work completely. I was expecting something more sort of villainous and dramatic, or maybe all I wanted was just to see fire coming out from his head. So maybe they can do that on a bigger budget. Yeah, it did look scaled down for sure. I mean, the Titans were great, being pieced together, but you can see them coming in from a mile because there are no wings. But overall, they did use the space pretty well towards the last 30 minutes. There was a part where Meg was in the underworld and she was like in the center of a huge cloth. And the cloth was huge. Hercules was trying to save her. But overall, it was missing, like, I don't know, maybe Pegasus. I wanted to see Pegasus. I wanted to see something fly. But these are all like my own personal demands of the show. For something that was put together again, like I said, in 2 weeks, a very, very, very noble effort. I can imagine Hercules doing much better though with a full professional cast and elaborate set, the same way Aladdin is done, but still keeping its heart. Also, I'm gonna rate this like a 7 out of 10. I think it was really good. The script and score work, but the staging could have helped to enhance the character motivations a little bit stronger. Maybe it was because it was so open, some of it was lost. But I like to see like more tension between Meg and Hercules. I felt like they didn't quite date enough. Meg and Hades as well. That bond that she's so hard pressed to break but can't, and Hades' desire to take over Olympus, a little bit more why he's doing it. Overall, it was a great production. I'm so happy to have seen it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and as usual, if you like it, give it a thumbs up, this video, and if you haven't subscribed to DisneyDwayne, please do so. Till the next video, catch you later.